Hey there, it is Tom here on behalf of Indie Structure Productions once again, and we are continuing on with the great guitar build off / anniversary build. Now, getting to a certain point in the build where the lines start to blur on what step is coming next and whatnot. So the title tells you more about what this video is going to be about, because I have no idea right here, right at this point. I have no issues with you using the chapter markers to kind of skip around the video a little bit, as long as you find the content that you're looking for. And I appreciate you just checking out the video in general. So feel free to check the different spots in the video on what processes we're doing, and I'm gonna get into it. This time we're gonna be working on, well, whatever it says in the title. Alright, now I have once again done a dry clamp of this entire lot, and I think we're pretty good to go. Might switch out those pieces of MDF that I have under there to some mahogany blocks, because they'll be a good bit better in size. Because I have a block of ash there, and now this is kind of lopsided. These ratchet clamps are cool. Funny, this ratchet is, I guess, broken because it's going in the wrong direction. Making sure that both my surfaces are nice and clean. Now this time, I brought a paint roller with me, so this should make life a little bit easier. And I've marked out my center line already. I'm gonna need to be fairly quick about this. Nice even coverage of glue. Edges are very important when gluing on tops and the like. Now I'm paranoid that I've put glue on the wrong sides, but I'm good. I keep checking that. I've checked it now 3 times that I have glue on the right side of the mahogany body. Slightly paranoid, but that's fine. Ever so slightly adding pressure on both sides before adding more pressure, because I don't want it slipping. Lined up, and tighten. Don't want to over tighten either, because, you know, worst case scenario, I'll crack the top. Even spillage of glue on this side, that needs a little bit of a extra clamp, so I've prepared for that possibility. Seems pretty uniform on this side, fortunately. I don't know what this wood is, but it's very, very soft. This quick grip will work just fine for that. So I could already press that down pretty well with my fingertips. All right, that's good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Great. Next up would be headstock wings. All right, let's see what happens with this monster of a cutter. One side, just gonna get that off still. Now with the headstock prepared, good to glue in the wings. There. Same methodology, really. So, gloop, gloop, paint roller, except now we need to do this other side. Glue, glue, there. Now, because of the angles at play here, going to need a little bit of clamping assistance from the pieces that we cut off. So we're going to place that there and that there. This can always be a bit finicky. There. I'm going to add one more clamp there just to be sure. And there we go. Glue is spilling out evenly. We've got pretty good coverage all around. That should be good. All right, let's declamp and see what we got. I'm gonna keep everything here because we still have the top to glue on today. Se on vaan mun naama. Se on vaan mun naama. All right. Okay. Looks good. So, let's go trim that down. Let's just trim down the excess a little bit to make routing a bit easier. This should be very quick work indeed. Make sure I'm clear. All right, here we go. the trim down the top, and without a doubt, the scariest router bit that I have. I know you shouldn't be scared of your own tools, but this scares the bejesus out of me. So it's the Radiant Tools. Once again, got the flush trim 51 mil flush trim cutter. It's amazing, but terrifying. Okay, here we go. Now we're essentially going to do the same thing that we did with the back on the top. So I'm just going to time lapse this. Okay, so last you saw, I had glued, or I was gluing on the back, gluing on the top to the body. I just went back to the workshop the next day. I didn't film any of it, because I didn't take my camera with me, but it's the same process as with the back. Trimmed it down, then with the huge Triton router bit, trimmed it flush to the body. So there's the top, and it's starting to look like something. I did an ever so slight chamfered edge instead of a round over. Now there's a reason for that. I'm gonna keep that for now. Probably gonna sand it this way as well. Once I do the staining, I want to have faux binding, so at that point, I'm going to turn that corner into a round over. So when we're masking off, we're just going to mask off the sides of the top and the back, stain the middle, stain the top, stain the back, but keep that line on the edge. That is the plan, at least. Tomorrow is going to be routing time, so we're going to do the last routes for the back plates. We're going to do the neck pocket. We're going to do the neck taper, which is gluing right there. We're going to do the neck taper, so neck pocket and humbucker positions. Now, what I would want to start doing now is the carving stuff. So let's break out a pen or pencil and start planning out how we're going to do this. Another bunch of clamps, glue bottle. It's time to do another glue up. What we're going to do now is we are going to join the fretboard to the neck. As per usual, I have done a preliminary dry run of this and everything looked good, so we're just going to glue that up. Now, what I have already done is marked out the fretboard, or I should say the neck taper on here. The next part that we need to do is, I haven't always done this, but I've just found that it really helps out a whole lot. I'm gonna put some locating pins into the fretboard. I forgot to put this on silent. So I'm gonna put some locating pins just to align everything now that I have everything nicely lined up. I have used various materials to do this before. Little toothpicks, they're fine, but they have a tendency of, if you apply too much pressure, they'll break. However, I have, as per a previous build, I ordered some fiber optic cable or fiber optic stuff for inlays and whatnot. First, I ordered the wrong thing, so now I have bucket loads of the stuff, but it's 2 mil, so it is indeed very great for this sort of stuff. The reason why I don't really want to use this is because it doesn't bend. It's very stiff and hard, and the stuff that I do want to use is A, thinner, and B, a lot more flexible. So all of this is stuff that I don't use anymore. However, I found the use for it now by using it as locating pin material. Works great for that, and because it's see-through, you won't even see any part of it from under the fret. What we are gonna do is align the fretboard, clamp it down to the neck, and drill a couple of locating holes, or a couple of holes. Someone's playing My Heart Will Go On, so I'm just gonna close that window. So I'll do the first fret and then around maybe the 15th or so. And I'll do 10 mil onto the base side of the fret here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do it a bit lower down. We'll do it here. And then on the treble side, 10 mil on the higher fret. Just so I don't get things lopsided like that or anything. Everything's kind of held in place so it doesn't have room to jiggle. Right, let me clamp this down real quick. Yep. All right, so now I'm gonna cut a little piece of this, and I'm gonna cut it so that it doesn't quite come all the way to the top of the fret. I want it to be pretty low. Push it down. See how high I'm gonna make it. Yeah, that's a good amount. And then I'm gonna use my scalpel blade just to kind of round the end. This makes it a lot easier to get the fretboard to sit in place. There. Moving anywhere? Great. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to mask off the end over here because we don't want any glue to get into the locking system or the adjusting system over here. And we're good to go. Here goes another process where I don't really have too much time to kind of talk as I do things. So I'm just going to glue up the fretboard, get on with it, and well, do commentary after the fact on how that went. Those, and here we go. Need to move quick here. I really need to get better clamps. Right. So, applying pressure. Don't want to over tighten, because right now that could also run the risk of cracking the fretboard, which definitely wouldn't be cool. Even amount of glue coming out on this side. Even amount of glue coming out here. Do as I say, not as I do. Do not remove clamps after you've put them down. I just don't have any more, so I need to utilize the ones that I do have. These clamps don't really hold pressure all that well. All right, got an even amount of glue coming out of that side. It's following the taper line that I have marked out previously. That got fixed, which is good. Even amount of glue on this side at both ends. I put a little bit of tape to protect the truss rod that I could pull out now, but how on earth am I gonna get in there to pull that out? There. That was just to protect the truss rod from getting covered in glue. All right. Think we're good. So let's let that cure. And after that, glue on the headstock plate. All right, with the fretboard now glued on, in preparation for tomorrow's workshop day, I am going to glue on the headstock plate. Sorry, the headstock plate. So, pretty much exactly the same sort of process. I am going to... actually, not a bad idea. I think I'm going to utilize the locating pins as well for the headstock plate. Oh, I can't do this. I need to cut that.